Hey everyone, it's Sean Smith with the PPC AMS Accelerator, and pardon, I know it looks bright, like a little angelic, I guess, because I got some sun over here. But just wanted to put together a quick screencast to go over some metrics that I like to look at when I'm analyzing sponsored products, and in general, like these are good metrics to look at. Period. If you're running an e-commerce business, and it's one of those things where like Amazon doesn't give you these numbers, and so you have to kind of calculate themselves. They give you the tools, like the numbers you can use to calculate them, but you have to calculate them yourself. So one thing always to keep in mind is that higher priced products tend to have a lower ACoS on Amazon, at least from our experience, if they have like an average, good conversion rate. And that's because if you look over here, we have AOV. AOV is average order value. And it's basically your sales divided by orders. And so some people like to do when they're looking at their PPC is they look at the price of their product. And so they'll be like, oh, the price of my product is this, that, or the other. But it can be inaccurate at times, because if you're changing the price of your product and you're testing different prices, and you're doing giveaways and things like that, or you're driving prices real low to increase volume, well, what's happening is if you use the current price as your metric, to analyze PPC data, then it's not accurate, right? So like if for the past 3 months you've had the same price, then it would be accurate. But most people test different price points to see what works. And so what AOV does, it takes an average of that. And so it's basically sales divided by orders. So Amazon gives you PPC sales and they give you PPC orders. All you have to do is divide the two. Now you have your average order value. And so that tells you, so that includes, when you made changes and things like that. And the higher the AOV, generally, rule of thumb, there's obviously, different scenarios, but generally higher AOV is good because higher priced products are less competitive and usually cost per click is lower. With lower priced products, they can be more competitive. So you need like, if they're not competitive, then it could work out. But if it's a lower price point, generally you need a higher conversion rate to make your PPC profitable, or even like at break even and stuff like that. And so like, for example, here we've got an average cost per click at 59 cents. Our AOV is $51. So we can really pay for a lot of clicks before we need to convert. So we're able to pay for more clicks, right? Because, it's such a low cost per, the difference between the average order value and the average cost per click is really good. And also we can see here, like, for example, if you take, the spend divided by the orders, it tells you like your customer acquisition costs of PPC. So it costs you $5 to get one customer through PPC. Now this isn't a customer acquisition cost for everything. You'd want to include overhead and other metrics, but just for PPC, that's your customer acquisition cost. And really, one thing you always want to keep in mind is the reason I mention this is because one of the common scenarios when I'm troubleshooting PPC is when the average order value is low. So if your average order value is low, your average cost per click is high, and your conversion rate is low, then your ACoS is going to be really high. And the reason this is really important to look at is because some people, they get stuck on ACoS, which I think is good. It's a good starting point, but it's like a tree, right? Data is like a tree. You're like, ACoS is the one metric, but you need to figure out why. What's going on? Like if you have a low conversion rate, well then your ACoS is going to be higher. So it's like, hey, we need to troubleshoot for conversion rate. We need to bring that up. If our AOV is low, how do we bring our price point up? Obviously, if you have a low priced item and the market is a low price, it's going to be really difficult to do. But you want to look at these different metrics because it gives you a bigger picture of what's going on in your sponsored products. So ACoS is a good starting point, but you really want to branch out and look at things like average order value, the difference between your average order value and average cost per click, so that hey, this market, we're selling our product for $15. Our average cost per click is $2. Man, we're going to need a really high conversion rate for us to really, to be profitable. It depends on your margin. I'm assuming that you have roughly a 30% margin, which is average in e-commerce. I mean, obviously it changes. I have clients that have 15, 20% margins, and I have clients that have like 70% margins. And so the margins vary, but, always keeping in mind, like, looking at different metrics. So I just wanted to, let you know about some really cool ways to troubleshoot ACoS, looking at your AOV and average cost per click. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much, and we'll chat soon. Bye.